Hey guys, it's Kai Ashley here, and today I want to talk to you about trust. So many of us, we think we can't trust. We don't feel trust. We've never experienced a world where we can fully trust. Now, one big reason why this is, and I feel like everybody needs to know this, it's because as children, we were taught not to trust ourselves. We were taught to always listen to others. A lot of us were made to hug people we didn't want to touch. We were made to do things we didn't want to do. I know for me, I always felt like my opinion didn't even matter. I just didn't even understand that I could have a say as a child. And I know so many of us have grown up like that. So does any of this resonate where, your teachers always had to have the final say, or your parents had to lay down the law, or whatever it was for you, there was a taking away of your power. And so what this does is it made us constantly look to the outside, constantly look and seek for approval, for permission. And unless we get that permission, then we often shrink back and we hide. Now, what's even worse, even worse than that, is that it makes us feel like we're not safe. It makes us feel like we're not sovereign and that other people can essentially fuck with us and hurt us. And so because our beliefs are always created into reality, we get what we believe, we get what we experienced, it turns into a belief, and then the belief becomes a self-perpetuating a prophecy, essentially, a self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah? So what do you do when it comes to trust? Here it is. This is the number one simple thing. You trust the energy of trust. Okay? You trust the energy of trust. Now, what does this mean? This is something that I teach in a lot of my courses, and I train my private clients in meticulously, because the only true thing that matters when it comes to having things work out easily for you is trust, the energy of trust. Now, trust is a choice, okay? Trust is a choice. So you can choose to trust like that. Now, it might only last 5 seconds. It might not even get there too much at first, but when you keep practicing, you're going to hear me a lot. If you're following my YouTube videos, maybe even over on Facebook or in my email community, you'll hear me a lot of the time talk about the lost art of the practice. So I don't know, did you have anything like this growing up? For me, I was always made to feel like if I couldn't do something properly immediately, then I sucked. I would get chastised, berated, yelled at, teased, bullied by either people in my family, people at school, or even some teachers sometimes. It was crazy. So what this did, this gave me the belief, I kid you not, as a kid, I had the belief that I couldn't do anything. I thought my belief was that I sucked. That was my belief. I thought I was stupid because I hated school. It turns out that I'm just not able to be indoctrinated so well into the 3D matrix of control. The hyperdimensional matrix, that is the false matrix that's controlling the reality that we're in. And incidentally, in the Great Awakening now, it is beginning or already has very profoundly fallen and starting to disintegrate. So I'll do more videos on that if you want. Just let me know in the comments if you want to know more about all of the 3D control matrix, ascending into 5D, things like that. So what was I talking about? Yes, so fortunately, I was never so heavily indoctrinated into things like school. I just never believed in the news. I never believed in school. I just saw through so many lies. Anyway, my whole point is, at school, it was a nightmare. I was constantly made to feel like I couldn't do anything. And all I learned was that I sucked, was that I was stupid and I couldn't do anything. And I've had to deprogram and reprogram myself over, a long time now. I'm 37 or something now. So yeah, it was a while. And it was when I left school because I thought I was stupid, but I also have always been head first into experience, and I've always understood the value of negative experience a little bit too much, like, but at the same time, a part of me feels like I experienced so much of the spectrum of good and bad in life. Like, I really went to some deep depths. One of the reasons I did that was so that you don't have to. You know what I mean? Okay, so the lost art of the practice, let me get back to where I'm coming from. The lost art of the practice is where you understand that when you start something, it's not going to be very good. It's going to suck. You're not going to be good at it. It's just like if you try to learn how to speak Italian and you practice for one day and then you go and try and speak to someone fluently. If you've never spoken Italian before, is that going to work for you? No, right? It's the same, one more. It's the same as working out. If you want to build some muscle tone and maybe, you know, cut off a few inches or something, or pounds or whatever, and then you go to the gym for a day, and then you stand in front of the mirror and you go, all huffy puffy that you haven't gotten in shape suddenly. Everything is the same as this, guys. Okay, it's so important you understand this, from my heart to yours. So this is where the practice of mindset work comes in. Mindset work is so incredibly powerful. It's a 24/7 thing though. It's not this like little bit of affirmations that you say or a little bit of journaling that you do. It is you starting a running conversation with yourself. Okay, this is so important. Write this down. You can even write it in the comments if you don't have anywhere else to write it. It's about starting a running conversation with yourself, rather than just listening to the thoughts and responding to them and reacting to them and being buffeted about by the negative thoughts that tell you that you're not enough, that tell you, come on, you know what your thoughts tell you. They say some nasty things sometimes. Sometimes they seem like they're being supportive, but they're coming from an energy of fear. Okay, now this is why I'm doing this video today, because it's all about tuning into the energy of trust. And when you tune into the energy of trust, then all you have to do is ask this one question, okay? One question. You ready? If I did trust, what would I do? Right now, I know a lot of people watching this, you will go, okay, that's interesting. You might try it for a day, which is awesome. But then so many people might just forget about it and go on to the next shiny object. I get it. But if the only thing that you do is keep tuning in and asking, if I did trust right now, fully and truly and honestly, and I knew that everything would work out exactly as I wanted it to, even better than I can imagine, for my best and highest good, then what would I do? How would I feel? How would I act? What would the aligned action be? This is all you need to do. So remember, when you act from fear, you get more to fear. When you act from trust, you get more to trust. And when you acknowledge this, like, and you sort of pray, or you manifest, or you do intentions, however you like to relate to your spirituality of conscious creation and connection with the divine, with the God universe, when you acknowledge that the universe, God, supreme creator, is thinking of you, okay? Because everything is made up of consciousness. And the supreme creator, God the divine, is thinking of you right now. It has its eyes on you because guess what? It is within you. It's everywhere. It's like literally my headband right now. It is within you. So when you do your intentions, or which, I mean, if you think about it, is literally exactly the same thing as praying in a way, whichever way you do it, you're literally calling to the divine within you. This is why you are your source. This is why you can trust. Because when you tune into trust, that is how you're guided. That is how you receive. That is how you, instead of like complaining about how bad things are, when you're in trust, you're looking up, you're open to opportunities, you follow the impulse to go to the shop and meet that person who introduces you to a friend that then changes your life. This is how life works. Synchronicities happen and you know it. So if you truly believed in law of attraction, If you truly believed in God or the universe and you believed in this divine force, some call that reset. If you truly believe in the divine force of love, if you truly believe in law of attraction, then you will trust and you'll hold the faith as long as it takes, because faith isn't really faith until it is tested, is it? So it's all well and good to say you have faith, but then if things start to go, oh, it seems to go the wrong way, and you then go into fear, it means that you didn't have faith at all. And it is that faith energy, that getting into the actual frequency of trust, the frequency of faith, that will draw the opportunities to you, and things will work out for you even better. So double down on your trust and your faith. And if you want some help with that, I have a lot of emotional alchemy, EFT energy work using my own very special, unique method that's very transformational. It really has transformed a lot of people's lives. I have plenty on my YouTube channel. I also do one-to-one work, which is where the true magic is at. But even people going through my videos, some people have gotten massive life transformations, overcome social anxiety, manifested money, manifested partners and relationships, and deepened their spirituality. So yeah. I'll leave some links in the comments below. And if you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit that little bell so you get notified when I'm coming on. And so you'll also get notified for my EFT videos, which are pretty special. And yeah, please like and comment so that more people can see this video, and ultimately so that I know that you're there. Okay, gorgeous. I'm Kai Ashley, and I'll see you in the next video.